Hi guys, welcome back to my self-growth journey channel, and for those who are new, welcome. My name is Britannia, and on my channel I talk about self-growth, self-love, and loving relationships with yourself and with others. So if you're interested in this kind of content, I would love for you guys to join the family by subscribing to the channel. Okay, in today's topic I will be talking about how to value yourself, knowing your self-worth. If you see me looking down in any point in time, it's because I've got my notes here. So yeah, anyways, that I've written down. Okay, so as I was saying, I have a couple of points here that I want to share with you guys, and you can implement them in your life in any way you feel best suits you. All right? Yes. So number one, working on yourself. You can truly know your value or your worth unless you spend time with yourself in working on those inner traumas, those abuse, those neglects that you get from you're small up until now, with all of the abusive relationship that you go through, whether with your spouse, family members, or friends. So this causes you to have low self-esteem and think that you're not good enough. So you have to work on yourself. Go deep within and see where all of this is coming from, and try and heal from within. Because the more you heal is the more you don't accept certain things, or is the more you don't feel less than. Because if you go through all of them neglect and abuse and all of the stuff them way, you know you're not like, but it happened to you. You get what I say? So in order for you to value yourself and know your worth, you have to do the inner work. You have to go deep beyond the surface and do the inner work. And this is spending time with yourself, getting to know you, getting to know everything about you, and all of your past pains and abuse. So yeah, that is my first tip. My second tip is knowing yourself. Right? Knowing yourself. And you can't know yourself unless you do the inner work. You accept anything because you don't know yourself. You don't know what you like. You don't know what you dislike. No, you get what I'm saying? So if you don't know who you are, people are going to treat you any and any way, and you are going to accept that because you don't know any better. You don't feel like you deserve any better because what? You don't know your self-value, you don't know your self-worth. And it all starts from, as I said, at a tender age, coming up in your day-to-day life. You guys cannot tell me that it isn't a pattern. It might be with a different person, but it's the same pattern. So you have to know who you are. And by knowing who you are, you have to spend time with yourself. There's nothing wrong in spending time with yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. So that is my next tip. Work on yourself. Know who you are. Know who you are. That's, you know, take certain things from nobody at all. Nobody at all. My next tip is believe in yourself. And believing in yourself, as my tip before, you have to know who you are. Because if you don't believe and know who you are, you're going to believe anything or anybody said to you. So if somebody said to you, say, you're worth nothing, that is what you're going to believe, because you don't know who you are. You don't know your self-worth, you don't know your self-value. So if people look down on you and you feel some type of way, it's because you accept alright then, them assume that we here, I must say it go. If you react to a bad word that somebody said to you, that means you don't know who you are. Because if somebody call you a bad name and you react to it, then you get what I say? So you have to know who you are. If you don't know yourself, how are you going to believe in yourself? If you don't do the inner work, how are you going to believe in yourself? It has to start from you knowing who you are and believing. It has to start from you knowing who you are, and that brings you, I believe in who I am now because I know who I am. It has to start from there. So in order for you to believe in yourself, because if you don't know who you are and if you don't do the inner work, how you go believe? How you go believe? And if you not believe, you expect nobody to believe in you? If you not believe in yourself, you expect anybody else is going to believe in you? As I said, it all starts with you. It all starts with you. And you have to believe in yourself, my dear. But you can't believe in somebody you don't know. You can't rely upon. You can't believe in somebody you haven't shared a connection with or you haven't have a good relationship with. You have to believe in yourself. But you have to do the inner work. You have to do the inner work in order to know who you are, in order to believe in yourself. And it is not easy because of what you have been through and what you're currently going through. But there can be a difference if you start to do the inner work. If you get to a place in your life where you tell yourself, say, I am tired of living a certain way, I'm tired of being a certain way, I'm tired of being insecure, I'm tired of being neglected, I'm tired of being unloved. Even though sometimes you don't think all these things, your day-to-day life will let you know whatever is inside of you, your day-to-day life will let you know what it is. Because what is on the inside, you attract from what is on the outside. Alright, my next point. Let go of the fear of losing someone. Let go of the fear of losing someone. Because if you are fearful of losing someone, that means that you will tolerate the behavior and any way them treat you, because what? You don't want to let them go. So if them kick you down because you're fearful to lose them, you accept the kick down. Because you don't know your self-worth or your self-value, you don't believe that you really deserve more. So you go hold on somebody who really want to, we really don't deserve to be in your life. You go hold on tight upon somebody where you know in yourself say you deserve more, but because you know say you deserve more and you not see better come, might as well you stay with this person. Let go. I know it's easier said than done, but why are you loving someone else more than how you love yourself? Why are you putting someone else on a pedestal and just leave yourself like anything them tell me for them, just I go do it because I don't want to lose them? Never put yourself in a situation that you have to live and breathe because of somebody. Mind you, you were living and you were breathing before that particular person come into your life. You were living and you were breathing. So don't make the fact that you don't want to be alone and you feel like you don't deserve anything better make you want to keep somebody that doesn't deserve to be in your life. If somebody wants to go, let them go. If somebody wants to go, let them go. And if you come to that point where this person doesn't serve you anymore, or this person hasn't served you in any form of way, let them go. You deserve way more. You deserve way more. Which leads me to my next point. Have boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. There's nothing wrong with you setting a boundary and sticking to it, because that shows that you have value and you have respect for yourself. If you set a boundary and you meet somebody who wants you to lower your standard or drop your boundary just a little for them fit in your category, and you're going to do this because you don't know your self-worth or your self-value. So you prefer to make yourself be unhappy, to make people walk all over your boundaries, that them can feel comfortable, and in the process you are feeling like you ain't nothing. Like these people don't respect my boundaries, when it's you give them the go ahead to not respect your boundaries. You have to set your boundaries and stand up on it. You have to set your boundaries and stand up on your boundaries, because no one else is going to treat you the way you want to be treated unless you start treating yourself that same way. If you want to be loved, you have to love yourself unconditionally first before you can attract that person that will love you unconditionally. Set your boundaries, healthy boundaries. I'm not talking about building a block that no one can get into you, that no one can reach you, that no one can touch you. I mean healthy boundaries. Let me give you an example. Say you have a boundary. If I have a plan, I don't want to go beyond the plan. I don't want nothing to disrupt the plan. And you or your spouse set a date, right? You or your spouse set a date at a specific time, a specific day. And when that time comes, the person tell you, say, something come up and them can't make it. When your boundary is, if I set a time, I go by that time, because my time is valuable. So if I set a time for me and meet up, that is the time that I'm going to work with. So that's one. And never let the person slide if them do something wrong. Make them know this is going contrary to my boundaries and I don't respect it. There's nothing wrong with you talking up in there. There is nothing wrong with you talking and saying how you feel. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not just talking about boundaries for your spouse. I'm talking about boundaries for every and anybody. For every and anybody. Set healthy boundaries and stand up to them. And if somebody go contrary to your boundaries, just know say them need to come off of the table. They're not supposed to be in your surrounding. Okay? Which leads me to my next point. Never compare yourself. Never compare yourself to anyone else. Never you do that. Never. Because you're going to compare yourself with somebody who is at their 10 and you're only at your 5. They're living their dream life. They have the car that you want. They have the home that you want. And they have the husband or the wife that you desire to have in your life. And you start to compare yourself to them to say, how them have that and me not have that. You can't compare somebody 10 to your 5 because you don't reach to that level as yet. You don't reach to that level as yet. And that is going to keep you in a locked state because you always have to think about what you want. You always have to think about what you don't have. Because you compare yourself to somebody who already have it. Don't compare yourself. Admire them Admire them. There's nothing wrong with admiring somebody. But do not compare yourself to them. Do not do it. Because that can give you depression. Ow, I bit my tongue. That can give you depression, low self-esteem, and all the wrong things that you know. Never ever compare yourself to anyone. Live the life that you are living now at this point in time. Always stay present. Always stay present and know and trust and believe that what you want will come to you at the right time, at the right moment. Never ever. I'm stressing this because a lot of us do this. A lot of us try to compare ourselves with persons who have reached their 10 and we are just at 5, 4 or even 6. Why you want to alright? Why you want to be a hindrance to yourself? Why you want to hurt yourself and damage yourself in such a way that you are comparing another man's success to where you don't reach as yet? Why you want to do that? Answer me this question. You don't love yourself that much to know say alright then them reaches for them reach, and that not give you a drive to say because them reaches for them reach, me can reach there too. Don't compare yourself because you don't have the wife or the husband. You are hurting yourself when you do those type of things. You are doing more damage to yourself. Never compare yourself to any and anyone. Never do that. And I cannot, and I will stress it. Do not compare yourself to any and anyone. Never do that. I have one last tip. One last tip, which covers everything. Know who you are. Know who you are. Mentally, find the time. Because it all starts with the mind. It all starts with the mind. Okay? So you see what you put in your mind, what you focus on, whether good or bad, the mind accepts everything. Always take the time out to mentally know yourself. Know yourself from the depths of your being. Because when you know yourself, when you believe in yourself, there's nothing on the face of this earth. There is nothing on the face of this earth can rock you. Nothing. There is nothing on the face of this earth can rock you if you know who you are. If you know who you are. So people, and this takes time, but if you don't start, you always stay the same. These are my few tips that I'm using in my life, and I want to share them with you. Use them and stop hurting yourself. Stop hurting yourself, because there's nobody's doing the damage to you but you. Nobody is doing the damage to you but you. Because if you love yourself, you appreciate yourself, you know your self-worth and your self-value, trust me, you're not going to accept anything. And I don't want you to feel like say me a beat down on you. No, it's something I'm going to go through, and it's something I want to share with you. You get what I say? These are the things that I want to share with you. I want you to get it. I want you to be power. I want you to be a powerhouse. Of knowing that we're not going to accept nothing less than what we deserve. But until you change your mind, until you know, until you do the inner work, until you just say, I just me, and I focus on nothing else on the outside world. Just do you. Focus on you, love you. Educate yourself about you. What you like, what you dislike. Because sometimes nothing we don't know what we like. We have to think about it. Nothing we don't know what we dislike because we don't spend time to know ourselves. Get to know ourselves. We don't spend time to get to know ourselves. We rather for in a company and one. This is not ambulance here, sir or ma'am. Ain't no ambulance here. Are you going to be in an ambulance if you don't fix yourself mentally and emotionally? And some of this, you go cry because you have to cry because of what you've been through. But also know what you allow. Also knows what you allow and is what you accept in your life. What you bring to yourself. So people, use these tips in knowing how to value yourself. Okay? I have come to the end of my video. If you have enjoyed and loved my video, I would love for you guys to subscribe, like, comment, share. And hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload. Until next time, learn how to value yourself. Because you are wonderful. You are beautiful. You are a beautiful soul. And you can't know that unless you do the inner work. Unless you spend time with yourself. Because most of us don't believe that we have beautiful souls. That we are beautiful from the inside. So my friend, take care and I will see you next week. And remember, Brittany loves you. So go and learn how to love yourself more. Learn how to value yourself more. Okay? Until next time. Bye!